Well, today I randomly decided I wanted to carpet clean my room, so I gotta do the pre-vacuum. I'm just gonna use my current daily driver, this Hoover Air. It's not a Hoover Air steerable, it's just a Hoover Air. It would be nice if it was a steerable, but it's not. But it is a very low profile vacuum. Goddamn. Seems to be a decent machine so far. I don't really have any issues with it, honestly. The only thing that I don't like about it is the kind of lackluster filter that it has. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. I vacuumed up some sheetrock dust the other day. But sheetrock dust is honestly not even as bad as carpet powder, so don't even start freaking yelling at me in the comment section. It actually seems to have pretty decent performance. The HEPA filter is non-existent, I just ripped it all out. Okay. It's in there fine. Has decent airflow, because all it has to really go through is this little tube right here. There's no random splits or turns. This is all dirty from sheetrock dust. After this pre-vacuum, I'm probably going to do my mom's room as well, and then, I'll give it a good thorough cleaning. I got this as a trash find, so it's kind of just a good beater vacuum. But I still enjoy having it in my collection just because it is kind of a cool... I hate to say this, but it is part of the Hoover legacy. Just like that thing is a part of the Sharks legacy. Which, gosh, I haven't even showed this off yet either. This is a Shark MV22. I would use this, but it needs a cyclone pack and a new lower hose. If I do use it, it has to be a very quick amount of time. Just hook up the hose real quick. But if you leave it connected, one of my vacuum friends happens to be, well, his channel is called Dylan Cleans now. It was Dylan Pereira Cleans, but go subscribe to him either way. He told me that when he did that with his, the hose kind of just got stuck, stretched out. So if I do use it, which I don't do very often, I only used it once since I cleaned it because the cyclone pack is gone, so all the dirt just goes straight to the filter. Almost all the dirt does. This hose smelled so bad when I got it, so my mom actually just put it in she said, hey, I tried to help you with your vacuum hose, and she literally just tossed it in the washer, put laundry detergent in there, and now it smells like laundry detergent, so whatever. Thanks, Mom. Actually, it works, so I can't complain. Because what I was doing was I was just letting it soak in water mixed with some LA is totally awesome. And that seemed to actually be helping, but what she did literally made it smell like a brand new hose, so let's go ahead and get this thing going. This vacuum is actually pretty decent. If it had a HEPA filter, which I am going to order one, these things actually are sealed systems, and they do. Just about every YouTuber who has done a filtration test on this, it's passed. So, same with the Hoover Air steerable. The steerable and this have both passed for the sealed system test, and they filter pretty well. So, whatever. Now, it's kind of funny, this machine was made around the same time as the MV22, and it just so happens that they have a lot of similar features. So, I mean, just, you know, a lot of people think these Hoover Airs were more or less competing against Dysons, but they were around the same price range as a Shark and around the same, you know, performance level as a Shark. So, and honestly, I would take the Hoover Air over the Shark, because these are way easier to work on and clean. And these Sharks just were kind of just a cool thing of the past, honestly. And they're still sold in the NV60 form, which I have 2 of those. And those are a little bit better than this. And one thing they both have an on-off thing. I already unplugged it, but they both have the on-off for the brush roll. They both have a little indicator light to tell you. Look at that, it kind of cleaned itself. They both have a little indicator light down there. That little clear thing to tell you if the brush roll is spinning. One thing that Hoover Air has that the Shark doesn't have is it's got this fairly long extension thing, actually. And you hook the hose up right there, and you can, you know, get to your higher areas. And then also, if you would like, you can adjust the handle length with this. Set it to the lowest. Want to. There. I usually keep it right there, which is the highest setting, yet still shorter than the Shark. But yeah. So let's get the carp cleaning now. I do plan on investing in a new carpet cleaner. This thing has kind of seen better days. I've definitely got my, freeze money. Well, I got it brand new, probably about a year ago now. And I've put it through hell and back. So it's meant for quick spot cleans, and I've used it to like we're about to do whole rooms. And I've just had to clean up a lot of nasty shit with it. But it is nice now that I have a dog to be able to still have it. It's just, I can tell it's starting to get worn out, but after today, after I do my mom's room, if I have time, I'm going to do my mom's room too. I need to clean up the head, and that should probably bring back some of its performance, and I think another thing is the belt's worn out, but yeah. Anyways, let me go fill this up. So we're going to go ahead and pre-treat a few areas. I don't use any actual carpet cleaner solutions, and here is cheap Fabuloso from the dollar store. Works fine for anything. It's all-purpose cleaner. And then for the pre-treating, we're going to use this Microban. And there's no stains or anything, but for places like this that are high traffic. Sorry about that. So yeah, right here is where I had that black mat. And just get this area. Over here is where I set my shoes sometimes. Obviously, when I sit in my couch here, this is where my shoes sit. I usually don't walk in the house with my shoes, but sometimes I make a habit of it. This is the paperwork for my truck. Alright. So that's fairly warm water in there, or honestly it was hot water. That's what I always do. Since this thing doesn't heat up the water or anything, might as well just... All it really is a motor with suction. There's really nothing special about this thing. No special features, just a plastic body. When I do get a carpet cleaner, it's probably going to be a Bissell, because, well, Bissells are better. thing sounds awful. Yeah, so this just shows that even if you use a cheap cleaner, you're still getting, it's better than nothing. And I have Resolve carpet cleaner, but this actually seems to work better, and it smells better. So, yeah, why not, right? And this thing, even though it's a cheap, affordable machine, look at that, my hand is wet, obviously, but not that wet. And you know, it's not all sloppy and swampy. It's wet, obviously, but this thing actually sucks out the water pretty well, considering how small and honestly crappy it is. I'll have to, it's gonna need to be emptied and refilled soon. So, yeah. Another thing. No matter what solution I've tried, Hoover, Resolve, Bissell, they all suds up so bad, and it causes this little float thing in here to lift up all the suds, and then it loses suction, and then it doesn't clean anything up. This stuff doesn't sud up that much. I mean, you can tell it definitely suds up quite a bit, but nowhere near as bad. So, yeah, you can tell. I mean, it's actually, the stuff is actually working just fine. So, yeah, I'm gonna go empty that, and this needs to be refilled. I want to point out that you guys have probably noticed that I'm running quite the harsh mixture. You can see it's basically pure purple, just like Fabuloso is. I'm doing that because if you can get rid of a dog's smell, they're less tempted to pee where they smell their own pee. Now, my dog isn't in the situation of marking. He's in the situation of just, well, not being able to hold his bladder. So I'm trying my best to really get all the frickin' smell out of this carpet. Because I love this carpet. This was one of my best investments. Oh, yeah. So I went over a few extra spots just to use up the rest of that solution. Whew, it smells really strong in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just flush this out. There's a little bit left in there. Flush this out, and then just gonna fill it up with nice hot water. And we'll probably do that. We're gonna just go over this multiple times and do a hot water rinse. All right, so got it filled up with nice hot water, and we're just gonna rinse the whole carpet. Ah! So one horrible design flaw on this machine is the fact that you can see it's not at the max line yet it is dumping water on the floor, acting like it's overflow. Because what happens is the float goes up just a little bit, and it's not supposed. It's stupid how these things work. I mean, you can see how much was just going into the motor. What happens is it just, as it goes through the fan, it just dumps it on out. So this is pretty dirty. I'll clean that. But yeah. And you can see why the warm water rinse is really important. You get a lot of extra dirt out of there. You don't want to leave, like, if you leave a little bit of cleaner in your carpet, it's not a big deal, but you want to try and get the bulk of it out. So I think we're good now. And my carpet smells great. And it looks great. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.